From 10 Tampa Bay, this is a weather impact alert.
And welcome to 10 Tampa Bay at 6 and our continuing coverage of Hurricane Milton. I'm Dave Wagner, along with Courtney Robinson here. We have a team of reporters stationed all over this area from north to south and points east as well. They are keeping an eye on this storm from various vantage points. You see them right here on the map, and they'll be moving around as this storm takes its final track across the state. So we will keep an eye on this, and they will move accordingly.
Let's start right now with Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. And Bobby, it is that track that we're looking for, and you know whether it moves south.
Where's it going to go, right?
Yeah.
It has shifted a touch southward today. We keep the center near Sarasota and then parallel I-4 south of I-4 near Lakeland, near Winter Haven, and then back over, say, like Cocoa Beach area, just south of Cape Canaveral. 165 mile per hour winds, back up to a Cat 5, pressure down to 905. It's about 475 miles southwest of Tampa, so it's still way out there. There we are, of course, there's the center. But look at that eye. It came back in a big way for today. Now, it will not have 165 mile per hour winds as it makes landfall, but it will have about 125, and that's a major hurricane. Here's that 5 p.m. forecast, new track, and you can see it does weaken slowly through the night into tomorrow. In fact, really not a lot tonight, but tomorrow morning before the sun comes up, and then by tomorrow afternoon it's back down to around 150, and then we've got 125 near landfall late tomorrow night into Thursday morning. Stays through a Cat 1 really all the way across the state. It'll go from 125 to 85 and then exit the state near Cocoa Beach if that track holds, and then move out into the Atlantic. You can see we're following it. This is the Hurricane Center forecast track. You can see where it's been. If this looks like it's starting to go more on that northeasterly track, and we'll see if that holds. If it goes further to the east, it could end up going further south in the track, but we've still got time to watch that. Now, everybody really still under a hurricane warning. Nothing has changed for our neck of the woods. So everybody's still under hurricane warning. I do not expect that to change. They've actually expanded all of this a little bit over onto the East Coast, north and south, say of Daytona, and south down towards Fort Pierce. Forecast models, they're slowly coming in. You can see a lot of them are a little bit south of Tampa now, but that's right about where the Hurricane Center forecast track is. So far about where it should be as far as the models are concerned. This is our model. Let me go through some of the timing here. This is tomorrow around lunchtime. We already have showers and storms moving into the area, okay? Some of those could produce tornadoes. So we'll be watching for that. We'll get a tornado watch, means conditions are ripe for tornadoes, doesn't mean we have it. If we have one, we get a tornado warning, right? Watch means we might get some. But that will likely start happening, especially in the afternoon. That's noon, but watch these waves that come in. That right there around 5 o'clock, that to me is some of the heavier rain that we're going to get and some of the better chances for tornadoes. And I tell you what, I'll be shocked again if we get them there in eastern Manatee and Sarasota County like we did with Debbie, like we did with Helene. And we could do it again. Now, the center stays well offshore before sunset. That's around 9 o'clock after sunset. This is the Hurricane Center forecast. That's where our model thinks it is. Our model still needs to update itself, and so we'll see if it wants to join in on that. But they're pretty close with that landfall somewhere in there, Manatee, Sarasota County. You can see Hurricane Center has it almost right over downtown Sarasota as we get into early on Thursday morning. And then everything is moving east, and we're clearing out. That's 9 a.m. on Thursday. And things start to clear out. So still things are flip-flopping a little bit. The Hurricane Center, when they move their track, they don't flip-flop a lot. They wait. They'll do small increments if they're going south, maybe back up to the north, but they will not change a whole lot. So we'll get the next full track update at 11 p.m. tonight. 8 p.m. we get more numbers on the storm. 11 p.m. we'll get an update on the track, guys.
All right, Bobby. Well, the good news is that thousands of people, tens of thousands of people are heeding the warning and evacuating. These are the evacuation zones right here. If you live in one of these counties, zones A, zones B in certain counties, and zones A, B, and C in other counties, you need to evacuate. Citrus County, mobile homes, low-lying areas. In fact, most mobile homes along the beach there, you should evacuate. 10 Tampa Bay's Evan Klosky is at Davis Islands right now. Evan, they were hit so hard by Helene, and now they're concerned about a double whammy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dave. And I'm outside of a home right here in Davis Islands that did not make it through Hurricane Helene. And you can see it right here. It's because a Tesla just completely went up in flames. And the house went down because of it. So this is a warning. Again, if you have a Tesla, if you have a golf cart, If you have anything with a lithium-ion battery, just get it out of harm's way, please, because you can see some of the ramifications of what happens when it mixes with water. It's no good. Now, we have been driving around Davis Island all day today, and we've been trying to find crews cleaning up, and we found one group of maybe 6 some odd people doing the best they could, but honestly, it just does not seem like we are going to be able to clean up Davis Island quick enough. Governor Ron DeSantis was even saying earlier today that he had a concern with Hillsborough County and how much cleaning up they would be able to do. You think about the projectiles, you think about everything in the storm surge water and what could be floating about and going about here. It's not just the drywall and the wood, it's also, we ran into sofas, recliners, pool tables. There's a lot of stuff still out here, and we just don't know if they're going to be able to clear it. So that's something you got to know. And also, when we spoke at 3 o'clock, we had 9 emergency shelters in Hillsborough County. That number has now gone up to 11. You can find more information on those shelters at the Hillsborough County website. Live from Davis Island, Evan Klosky, 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. And if you do have an electric vehicle, please put that higher ground. You want to make sure they have open parking garages in the city of Tampa, in Pinellas County as well. We do want to take you to Treasure Island, where Luke Clary is live for us this evening. And Luke, another area where we have so much stuff, and that's, you know, it's just going to end up in the Gulf. It's going to end up in all of this water.
Well, I'll tell you, when you look at streets like this one on Treasure Island, it's hard to believe that this is what it looks like before the storm. Take a look at this pile of debris here. Someone's bicycle, air conditioning unit, other appliances over here, a refrigerator. I mean, these are the things in people's lives just strewn about on the side of the road. Over here you can see mattresses. This is a very common sight, along with furniture. And as you can see here, people put these things out here on the side of the road, hoping that crews would come by to pick them up and take them away. First, of course, they had to deal with all of this sand, but once that was moved out, city leaders tell us that they began that long, difficult process of taking the debris away. They also heard some frustrations from city residents that this wasn't moving along faster and that they aren't further along. Here's city spokesperson Jason Beisel on why this process has been just so difficult and arduous.
All the way up to North Carolina had damage from Hurricane Helene. Contractors are spread thin, trying to pick up debris. A lot of debris contractors we had coming here went to North Carolina and decided to go there. And the governor, thankfully, sent more resources in, dump trucks to help us out. But we can only do so much. There are so many people in so many cities that has debris. And some of these residents just got to understand we're doing our best.
And so as you bring it back out here to me live, the damage here really kind of telling us a story of what played out during the storm. We see here some power tools and a leaf blower, things like that came out of a garage over here, and a vehicle that most likely is totaled now. Scenes like this all over Treasure Island and throughout the damaged areas in the wake of Hurricane Helene, now bracing for Hurricane Milton on its way. Reporting live in Treasure Island, Luke Clary, 10 Tampa Bay.
And what we see on Treasure Island is why you evacuate. We saw deaths during and after Helene, and we do not want to experience that again. Now is the time to evacuate.
All right, when we come back, more of our team coverage of Hurricane Milton. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.